San Jose, Arizona, the last game on this card tonight, 11-12 on the rotation. San Jose minus 140, road favorite, total 5.5, shaded to the under, about minus 120 to minus 125 in this game with that. I'll tell you what, Arizona, only Arizona could find a way to put a loss in the loss column for this bye week trend. They were in that trend the other night. They were not off a bye, facing San Jose in the Shark Tank, who were coming off a bye. Looked like at multiple times they had that game in the bag. They were up 5-4. And of course, San Jose in the last seconds ties that game up 5-5. And then San Jose wins at 6-5. So even Arizona can't capitalize on that tremendous trend where a team not on their bye faces a team off their bye. That's been a great trend, as I mentioned, 20-9. Well, one of the 9 losses was Arizona the other night, losing in overtime against San Jose. So it tells you all you need to know about the season they've had. It's been a nightmare. They're just thinking, let's go number 1 pick. Let's get it. Let's give ourselves as good a chance as we can in the lottery. And let's land Rasmus Dahlin, the Swede defenseman that everybody's raving about, and maybe a bona fide cornerstone franchise defenseman to build around for this Arizona team. God knows they need one. That's for damn sure. So that's pretty much that's your goal for Rick Tocchet and this crew for the rest of the season. So again, it's a weird spot. You got these two teams facing each other again. Well, it's back-to-back for Arizona against San Jose. San Jose actually had a game yesterday in between the two Arizona games in L.A. Against the Kings. They take care of business, win that game 4-1. It's the second night of back-to-backs for San Jose. This is a spot edge and a scheduling edge for Arizona, and you're getting a good price, plus 120. I'm leaning in that direction, but I almost swore myself off of betting on this godforsaken Arizona team weeks ago, and I'm at the point now where I think I got to keep it up. So I'm going to lean Arizona, but I've got a hard time actually giving myself the final push to actually pull the trigger on that one. It's really difficult to wrap your head around taking this team. Somehow, some way, they find a way to lose, just like they did the other night in San Jose. And if that happens again tonight, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, this is definitely a scheduling edge for them, no question. But I've got always that uneasy feeling wanting to back this Arizona team after they've done me wrong on many occasions already this season. So we'll definitely park Arizona in the lean category only in this game tonight. Dana Lane and I believe Andrew both are interested in this Sharks and Coyotes matchup in the desert tonight. Let's go to Dana. What are you looking at here in Zona tonight?
Well, I always like playing games involved with San Jose. I have them 4th in my power rankings. I think they're, certainly that ranking is on the back of how good that they played defensively. And now they face a Arizona Coyotes team who is obviously horrible offensively. So it's safe to say that if I'm going to bet the under in this game, that I think Arizona is at least going to do their part. I really do see not only a game that just squeaks under the 5.5. I really see a 2-1 game, something in that regard. I think this goes under the total fairly easy. I haven't had a confirmation on the goaltenders, but according to some websites, it looks like Aaron Dell will start for San Jose. Again, not confirmed on the site that I go to get confirmation, but it would be Dell against Ranta, according to some sites. And if it is Ranta, I mean, he's been sensational in his last 3 starts. Yes, his record is only 1-1-1, but he beat Nashville. He allowed one goal in the shootout loss to New York. He's allowed 11 goals in the last 5 games. His career numbers against San Jose are pretty respectable. And for me, I feel at least from that perspective, and you're right about the the scheduling for Arizona. I think this is perfect. I mean, they really get San Jose at the right time. So I think you're going to get a good defensive effort out of both these teams. I mean, certainly you're always going to get one out of the Sharks, but I also do like the other day when I think Rick Tocchet indirectly kind of called his team out. I mean, if you watch him in the press conference, after San Jose. He said, there was like 5 or 6 guys that did really well, and there's about 6 or 7 guys that didn't. And I think that was his little ways of his little way of calling guys out. So let's see how I like to always see how teams respond when their coach calls them out, because if they don't respond, that really tells me that they're left with nothing. But 9 times out of 10, you do get a good effort out of them, and or you do get a good effort out of the team and those individuals that are specifically pointed at, and usually that starts on the defensive effort. So yes, the last time that they played, it was an 11-goal game. I think you're going to get the complete opposite tonight. So I'm going under the 5.5, -13 at Pinnacle.
And there's another stat that's not in San Jose's favor. They're just 2-5 this season, second night of back-to-back games. So again, I love this situation for Arizona. I really do. But boy, it's
well,
like
isn't it, Ian?
Breath.
Yeah. I got to tell you, so I go 3-1 in the NFL this week, and the one loss that I had is the one team that I never, ever, ever should play against. And I've been saying this for years, but I continuously go against the Patriots because I continuously get double digits in dogs, but and on the dog or with the dog. And I think the Arizona Coyotes are kind of your New England Patriots. So you really want them to do well, and I really want New England to not do well. And I think we both get burned with that.
Yeah, no question. And it's hard to bet. It's almost like you're throwing money in the down the toilet when you're betting against New England, and it's almost like you're doing that when you're betting on the Arizona Coyotes right now. And that's the issue. And that's. But I will say this: Antti Raanta's played well lately. 922 save percentage last 5 games. He's got a tremendous record against San Jose head-to-head. 1.46 goals against lifetime. Against the San Jose Sharks. So he's done well. Again, there's
only
a lot of
3
signs
games,
point.
Though.
No, only 3 games, small sample size, no question.
Games, though.
Yeah. And even though it's going to look 1-5 last 6 games for Arizona, you look at recent games. They beat Nashville in overtime at home 3-2. That's a solid win. They lose in a shootout 2-1 at home to the Rangers. Right in that game, take it to the extra session. 4-2 home loss to Edmonton, but they led 2-0 in that game and let it slip. 6-5 overtime losses. They've been right there now in 4 straight games. So Arizona's not being pushed over. They're competitive. They're in these games. Just got to find a way to close the deal more often than they do. We'll see if they're able to do it tonight. Again, big time lean for me with Arizona, but every time I back this team, I think I'm like 0-5 in the last 5 times I bet on Arizona, really. So you can understand why I'm a little gun shy here in this game. Andrew's also involved, by the way, with Sharks and Coyotes. Let's get his opinion on this game. Is Arizona going to step up and win a hockey game tonight, Andrew? What do you think?
Yeah, well, you're right, Ian. Like, they're close in certain games. Like, they're almost there. They're just 1 goal or 2 goals away. A lot of the time, their last game against the Sharks, 6-5 victory for the Sharks. They're favored -225. So I mean, they're around there. They're in the game sometimes, but it just not really seeming to work out. But yeah, I'm on the under in this game. It's completely irrelevant to me that there are 11 goals scored in that last game. It does not matter to me whatsoever. I think just the trends point towards the under, the way the Sharks kind of play point towards the under. And let's face it, this Arizona Coyotes team is not a team I'll count on to cover that half of the total. I think the Sharks just probably win this game around 3-1. It's kind of my estimated score for this one. But look, Arizona has an average of 2.33 goals per game. 2.33. So literally, they're lucky if they're going to win a game with 2.33 goals per game. I mean, and even when they manage to score 5 goals, they still end up losing against the Sharks. So, the Sharks have nothing too much more special with 2.86, but the difference between those two teams is like Dana mentioned, they're actually a good defensive team. This is kind of the style that the Sharks are known for playing. This is something that they do not on accident. They win these defensive games and they find a way. And I will say, I know I do kind of have a soft spot for the players that have played in the Quebec League and played here in Halifax, but Timo Meier fitting in very strong, doing a good job with Joe Thornton and Pavelski now on that top line. I mean, talk about a player that really worked his way up. I mean, he wasn't a guy that just came out of the draft and all of a sudden he was on a top 1 or 2 lines. He was down in the AHL working his way up, played some playoff time last year, and all of a sudden hanging out with the big guys in Thornton and Pavelski. So for me, looking at this game, I just think it's going to be pure dom. Arizona's not even going to be able to leave the neutral zone. The Sharks are going to be feeling good. They know what to expect from this Arizona team. In my opinion, they should be embarrassed about how many goals they even allowed in their last game. And this should be one of those casual games. It's kind of just, it's probably one of the most boring games on the slate tonight, guys, to be honest with you. Look, the total has gone under in 9 of San Jose's last 12 games when playing Arizona. It's gone under in 5 of San Jose's last 6 when playing on the road against Arizona. And 4 of their last 6 games have gone under in general. Look, this team does not mind playing in those 2-1 games, 3-1 games. I enjoy watching San Jose in the playoffs because they're one of those playoff-style teams. They're aggressive. They trap teams in the neutral ice, and they know how to play. They know how to play just regular, basic, fundamental hockey. These guys, they don't have any two standout all-star guys who are going to do too many, fancy shit to try and lose the puck or cause too many turnovers. They play good, solid hockey, and I think Arizona's not going to be able to handle it tonight. It's going to be all Sharks. So looking for a low-scoring game in this one. That's my play.
All right, so we got Dana and Andrew both in agreement. Under is the play, 5.5. San Jose taking on Arizona. Yeah, I mean, you could think San Jose, off that. Well, they actually had a good defensive effort yesterday against the LA Kings, but I think they're going to want to carry that over. They know they gave up 5, I should say, to that Arizona team in that 6-5 game Saturday night. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, the reasoning behind that game. Going under the total for sure. And again, I've got to lean to Arizona, but like I said, geez, I think I can find some other better things to do with my money and my betting bankroll for hockey than take the Arizona Coyotes one more time and just say a little prayer to the heavens that they can finally win for me. But that's neither here nor there.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.